national news. London Gatwick Airport reopened after day-long shutdown due to drone in the area. London Gatwick Airport had a serious drone problem Thursday, but as of Friday morning, it is back to being operational. Based on airport statement, the airport was shut down at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday due to report of two drones flying over the airfield. Despite a brief reopen in the early morning hours, the airport remained closed throughout the day Thursday. Airport officials announced just after 6 a.m. Friday that the runway was open again and a limited number of aircraft are scheduled for departure and arrival. Success police told us they had yet to find the drone operator who was causing the shutdown. But last drone sighting was just before 10 a.m. Thursday. The airport UK's second largest closed for about 26 hours straight. West Gatwick Air, Gatwick's runway will remain closed and all flights are cancelled for the rest of the evening because of continued drone sighting in and around the airfield. Success police called the flying of the drones over the airfield a deliberate act but said there was no indication the drones were terror-related. According to airport officials, there were 716 flights was cancelled on Thursday. After announced reoperational, after 44 minutes, another drone had been sighted and the airfield was closed again. Airport said in statement, they apologized to any affected passenger for this inconvenience, but the safety of our passenger and all staff is our number one priority. Thank you.
Good evening. You are watching CS News with me, Yogavartini Ravindran. Teenager fights off alleged rapist but dies later from injuries. Kota Kinabalu. A 14-year-old girl died after she alleged fight off neighbor's attempt to rape her at bamboo farm in Pulau Gaya, Sempurna. The victim, identified as Armarlene Julmin, who is believed to be a foreigner, died after suffering severe blood loss from two head injuries. It is believed to be caused from being hit with a hard object in an attack at 2:30 p.m. Wednesday on 28 November. Armalene family members found her in a semi-conscious state and rushed her to a nearby hospital on the mainland at about 6 p.m. on Wednesday, where she was treated for two head wounds measuring 13 cm and 12 cm. Doctors treated the girl and she was allowed to go back to her home at Pulau Pohodon Patit, where she died at 11:30 p.m. the same day. Confirming the incident, Sempurna Police Chief Peter Ambers said that they had arrested a 29-year-old suspect, a neighbor. Two others, the victim, the father and aunt, have been detained to facilitate murder investigation. Peter Ambers said that the 29-year-old suspect turned up at Sempurna police station at 1:45 p.m. on November 29 after he was accused of killing Armalene. We are questioning the relative and the suspect what actually happened, he added. Now, stay tuned for entertainment news with Miss Biratipa Sivakumaru. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Yogavartini Ravindran, for the national news. Now, I am Biratipa Sivakumaru reporting for entertainment news. Steven Hillenburg, who used his dual loves of drawing and marine biology to spawn the absurd undersea world of SpongeBob SquarePants, has died on 26 November 2018. Hillenburg died on Monday of Lou Gehrig's disease also known as ALS, the Nickelodeon said in a statement. He was 57. He had announced he had the disease in March 2017. His death comes just weeks after the passing of another cartoon hero in Marvel creator Stan Lee. Hillenburg conceived, wrote, produced and directed the animated series that began in 1999 and bloomed into hundreds of episodes, movies and a Broadway show. The absurdly jolly SpongeBob SquarePants and his yell-along theme song, Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea, quickly appealed to college kids and parents as much as it did to the kids. Its vast cast of oceanic creatures includes SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Sandy Chick, and the nearby Squidward tentacles. Born at his father's army post in Lawton, Oklahoma, California in 1984 with a degree in natural resource planning with an emphasis on marine resources, and went on to teach marine biology at the Orange Country Marine Institute. The show was an immediate hit that has lost no momentum in the nearly 20 years since its creation and helped define the culture of Nickelodeon. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now we go to sports. Malaysia Cup 2018. Perak won the Malaysia Cup 2018 after beating Terengganu in the final. Both teams draw 3-3 in the 90 minutes of normal game and 30 minutes of extra time. The goal scored by Terengganu was by Cece Kipre with 2 goals in the minute 2 and in the minute 41, and one of the goal scorer for Terengganu also is Faiz Nasir in the minute 96, while for Perak the goal was scored by the Firdaus Shazrin in 46 minutes and Brandon Gunn in the late game in 90 minutes. The match was brought to the penalty shootout and Perak beat Terengganu 1-4 to the penalty shootout after 2 players of Terengganu failed to score in the shootout. Brandon Gunn was announced as man of the match of the tournament, and Cece Kipre was announced as the top goal scorer in the cup competition. All people say that the final was the greatest since the Malaysia Cup was established. Thank you.